4 years. I'm so happy to have Kate McNamara back on our show. It's Date with Kate. So I'm just letting everybody know at home, the holidays are coming. We're always rushing in and out of the door. I feel like I'm high-fiving my husband. But Kate is going to change all of that because she is going to set up a date that will make it memorable for everyone. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you
sorry,
say that better than I do.
You know what I feel like, because I need you.
Amazing.
I feel like we always forget about the date. Like
Yeah.
you came on 4 years ago and you told us our concept. So maybe if viewers didn't see it 4 years ago, what is Date by Kate?
A Date by Kate. It all evolved because I was planning.
You're going to hold that close to you. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It all evolved because I was planning a date for friends of mine who were getting married as a wedding gift. And then that just spiraled and I sent them out on an adventure and it was based about all of the things that they liked. And then I discarded all the things that they disliked. So they spent this entire day together. And when they came back, they said, Kate, you should really turn this into a service.
Yeah.
So I started to plan dates for couples all around the city of Ottawa.
So when somebody calls you up and they're like, I want to have a date, what's the process I get to go through?
So the first step is obviously picking your day. And then from there, I get you to fill out a questionnaire and it's very detailed. So once you do this, I kind of get to taking on my research and I find out what are the cool things going on in Ottawa on that particular day that they've booked.
Yeah.
And then it could be event oriented. Maybe it's calling up a restaurant and coming up with a special menu because you've told me what foods you like or dislike. Yeah. And I've had some pretty great restaurants that have pulled together. Recently, I worked with Feyrouz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
and
great.
they set up a really nice menu for actually, in that case, it was for a mother and son that went out to spend a day together. So I do branch out now.
Wow, that is a great idea
So
too.
that's new, is that I have been starting to do more.
Okay, who put the date together, the son or the mother?
The son bought the date for his mother's 60th birthday.
Okay, and then
Yes.
she picked to go with him?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
So that was her gift, and it was so that they could spend more time together, and it ended up being a really nice, like 7-hour adventure where I kind of spark conversation. So I'll task activities for people. If they're going to a coffee shop, they can always opt in and do one of the activities that I've set out for them. And it was really nice from what I hear.
So are you still, like, you get to know all the new restaurants that are coming, all the activities? Like, has Canada 150 made it a bit more exciting for you this year, or?
It's a little bit tricky because I'm working just with a specific day.
Okay.
So it's a little bit in reverse.
Yeah.
I'll take that day and go, oh, what's happening right now? There was a couple and they were really interested in motorcycles. So I actually sent them to a motorcycle show that they didn't know was happening in Ottawa.
Oh, wow.
And that turned into a really nice element for them.
See, I think that's what everybody really does need, because there's that moment like, hey, let's go out Friday night. Yeah, great idea. Where do you want to go? No, where do you want to go? And then there's, it's kind of nice for somebody else to just choose. And then you don't have to leave it on top of each other.
And to get a third party involved.
Yeah.
Even if something doesn't work out, I've never had any big issues in terms of my itinerary, but if something doesn't work out, you don't have to look at the other person and put blame on them.
Yeah.
You can just
put blame on you. Nobody is ever going to blame you. You've never gotten blamed yet, have you?
I haven't gotten blamed yet.
Yeah,
I got Oh So Good has 2 locations.
Yes.
They went to one of the other ones, but that's been the biggest glitch in 4 years, and we made it work.
I didn't even know Oh So Good had a second location.
Yes, so there's one in Westboro.
That's right.
And then there's also one in the market.
In the market. Okay, wrong location. Okay, you are, let's talk about, you have a Christmas special that's coming.
Yes. So for all of the viewers that are watching this, I put a little promo code on my site called Daytime. Okay. So if you key in Daytime, you'll get 25% off my planning fees, which I've never done before, but I got really excited. And this is good until the end of Cyber Monday. That's coming up. So until the 27th at midnight, you can apply this 25% off discount.
And so the date for the actual date doesn't need to be in that time, but we need to use your services by that time.
You would need to book to book your date with me.
Okay, perfect.
And then you can have your budget when that time comes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is so smart.
So I'm discounting my planning fee.
Wow.
And then let's say you book a date with me in March. You have that much time to save up the money for your adventure, and I'll just plan around that budget.
Okay. Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
So you actually work with people. Obviously, you'd have to work with people's budgets.
Yes, of course. The most common one would be about $200 because if I'm stretching your funds over 7 or 8 hours for 2 people, that's like just spending $100 on each person throughout the day. So that's lunch, maybe an activity or an event, dinner later, a beverage, and obviously the more money you provide with me, the more I can do with that. Do you want a glass of wine or do you want a bottle? That kind of thing.
Yeah. You really planned it to the last perfect detail.
The absolute last detail. And they know everything. They have an entire Google Map list in case they get lost.
Okay.
And all of the copy is custom to the people who have filled out my questionnaires. So sometimes I call their friends and I find out more information. One time I filmed a video with Supperworks. So I went there and I really wanted to help this couple with food management back home.
Yeah.
And then we did this little video and I hopped it up on a YouTube link. So I go above and beyond and I really try and make it creative for people.
You always have. No, you're so wonderful. You always say this. So everybody take advantage. It's daytime. That's your promo code, 25% off. It's the holidays. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with a lot more daytime.